Hey, sports card investors and collectors, thank you for joining me again. I'm so pumped from the Last Dance documentary. I wanted to also put together a video, more basketball picks. So I've got three different basketball players, and then there's kind of a variety of cards that I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to zero in on three, and I'll kind of tell you a little bit why I'm thinking of these guys. One of them is a young player, a new player, and the other two are not. But in my opinion, I think they've been kind of forgotten over the last couple of months, maybe over the last 6 months. And so I'm going to touch on one new guy and two old guys. And you tell me what you think. Please subscribe and comment below. I'm excited to get into this. So first, I'm going to go with the young guy, Kobe White. This is not some sort of amazing, shocker of a pick. Kobe White is a young star. He was a 7th overall pick in the 2019 draft out of UNC. And this guy is quietly averaging almost 26 points a game for the Bulls as a rookie. And granted, I mean, they don't have a lot of players on that team. He's, getting a lot of shots and, gets a lot of playing time, etc. But I still don't think you should, discount this guy. 26 points a game as a rookie is pretty impressive, and I just like his game as a whole. I think he's going to evolve. He's a rookie. He's 20 years old. He was the top prep prospect out of the state of North Carolina as well, going into college. So this guy is just loaded with talent, and he's one where, there's a lot of value to get with him. And right now there are guys and gals investing in him, so he's not completely under the radar at all. But I mean, I'm looking specifically at his raw silver prisms right now are anywhere from $78 to $89 I'm seeing. And for this video, I'm going to focus on cards that are under $100. And so, this guy, he falls right in there at $78, $89. It might even be better deals than that, but those are just recent ones in April that I've seen sold on eBay, and it just looks like a really good value. So Kobe White's raw silver prism is one that I'm looking at. I'd like to, ideally I'd like to get a few of these myself, but that is one that I think would be a good pick right now. Next, I'm going to hit on I think he's been kind of forgotten, not by everybody, but, with the Luka and the Trey craze and LeBron and Anthony Davis doing big things with the Lakers. There's a lot of attention on those guys and not very much attention on Steph Curry. Steph Curry, of course, is, coming back from injury. He's pretty much missed the year, and it looks like he's going to miss the whole season. Him and Klay Thompson, you could probably make this same argument for Klay Thompson, but the reason why I really like Steph is, let's just think big picture here. I mean, we're watching this Last Dance documentary. They're bringing this out 20 years later, talking about this dynasty. What dynasty are they going to be talking about down the road? Where's that next documentary going to be coming from, 10, 15, 20 years down the road? It's the Warriors. I mean, the Warriors are definitely going to be talked about when Steph and Klay are long gone and retired. I mean, that Warriors team was a groundbreaking team. If you look at just Steph in particular, he's a game-changing. He changed the entire way the NBA plays, and as far as three-point strategy goes. I mean, think about it. It used to be a center run dominated. Your big guy, Shaq, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning. These guys were the foundation for your team. Now that's totally flipped on its head. Now you've got, Porzingis at 7 foot, whatever, and he's launching 3-pointers. Joel Embiid shooting threes. Dude's a monster. But Steph in particular is the guy that changed that whole dynamic. Coming out of college, he's a small guy, he's a little guy, but just absolutely shoots the lights out. And, created a whole new strategy of, hey, let's just launch threes. And if we make 40% of them, we're going to win 9 times out of 10. And so Steph is a guy that he flies under the radar as, he's an all-star and, he's won a couple championships. He's won championships, but this guy changed the whole game. if you really break this down. So 20 years down the road, I think that he's going to be looked at as a groundbreaking player, not just another guy that won some championships. He's going to be legendary status, and he's kind of paved the way for a lot of these young guys, to come and kind of do similar stuff. So if you look at not necessarily rookie cards, there may be some rookie cards in PSA 10, but I was looking specifically at PSA 10s, and if you look at LeBron cards, you don't necessarily have to buy his rookie card to make good investments and flip. You can buy really any LeBron cards, any of these parallel inserts, kind of like MJ. They've appreciated over time, and they look to be pretty good investments. I'm looking at a few that have sold fairly recently. A few examples are the 2017-2018 Fast Break Purple Prism, numbered out of 75, and I'll put a picture up, PSA 10. Another example, 2015-2016 Select Blue Prism out of 249. It was listed at $99 with a best offer taken on February 25th. 2018-2019 Silver Prism PSA 10, best offer taken of, off of $75. So these are all under $100, and I think these are really good values because, he's not playing right now. No one's talking about him. When he does come back, I don't know if the Warriors are going to win a championship next season or the next couple seasons, but the Warriors are going to be good once they have Clay and him back and Draymond. Those three won a championship before Durant ever got there. So the thought that the Warriors are dead and buried and that dynasty is over, I don't know about that. I think the Warriors, and then of course they're going to have a high draft pick, if not the number one pick. So there's a lot going on with the Warriors. And even though they don't have Durant, I think that next season they're going to be a force once they get their guys back. So for me, buying those now and looking at next season, in 6 months, 9 months, I think those are going to be really nice picks. So Steph Curry is my second pick as a guy that I would look really hard at. I think that there's just a lot of value right now with Steph. Last but not least, I'm looking at a guy that he's a future Hall of Famer, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade rookie cards, and of course there's many different kinds. There's many different variants. I was looking specifically at the 2003 Topps number 225. It's a fairly base type rookie, but my gosh, I'm looking at like LeBron, 2003, 2004 Topps rookie cards. They've skyrocketed. I don't think Dwayne Wade is going to do, LeBron is going to be on LeBron's level. But the one thing I'm looking at with him is he is eligible for the Hall of Fame 3 years after retiring. So 2022 is when he is eligible for the Hall of Fame, and he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think that we can all agree on that. So it's not a matter of if his cards are going to get a bump. I just feel it's just a matter of when. Can't guarantee it, obviously, but if we're just making picks and trying to speculate, and 2022 is right around the corner. We're already halfway through 2020, and as you kind of build up to it, Wade, again, he's a guy that he was just playing. He retired, so kind of that forgotten guy. No one's really looking at him. The attention is elsewhere with Luka and Trey and LeBron and all these young guys coming into the league, the Jaren Jacksons, and there's a ton of talent that everyone is looking at and prospecting for. But what about these other guys? A guy that got a bump is and granted he hasn't retired yet, from my understanding, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, when he went to the Blazers, his cards were, before he went to the Blazers and kind of had a little renaissance there and had some good games, his cards were nothing. You could buy them, very low, and then all of a sudden, he starts making that little comeback. He gets a big bump. So, to me, Dwayne Wade is a much better prospect. And I just think that his cards are going to get a bump in the next year, 2 years, maybe sooner. But, and it's not even necessarily that Topps card. You could look at, there's many rookie cards that are under $100 or flirting around that, 100, 150, but Dwayne Wade as a player to target, I think is kind of a no-brainer. The guy's going to go into the Hall of Fame, and, he might, it might, I don't know if 10 years, 20 years down the road, if those are, you know, the long term, you know, type investment, but I'm just looking at in the next couple of years or less, and ideally in the next 12 months or less is how I usually target cards for flips. So those are the three that I wanted to make in this video, because it was just, you know, it's bothering me. I'm like, I got to get this out because Steph is a guy that he just seems tremendously undervalued. Kobe White is on people's radar, but still, I don't know if he's getting quite as much attention as he should. And then Dwayne Wade is, you know, future Hall of Fame guy. You know, he's a, you know, top 15, top 20 player ever in the NBA, and his stuff is very affordable. So, you know, take a look at that stuff, guys. Let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested in hearing some of your picks and some of these under the radar players. I'm sure you can make a claim for Klay Thompson as well. I just don't think that it has the same popularity, the same kind of iconic player as Steph, but he's up there as well. I haven't checked his card prices to kind of know, you know, how low they are compared to where they were, etc. But I would really like to hear some of your thoughts on this. So please comment below, subscribe for more videos, and we will keep these coming. Thanks again, guys.